Today is the 26th of June 2025. That peace has finally returned to the state. All agreed to work together with the governor, and the governor also agreed to work together with all of us who are members of the same political family. Yes, just like humans, you have a disagreement, and then you also have a time to also settle your disagreement, and that has been finally concluded today, and we have come to report to Mr. President that is what we have agreed. So for me, everything is over, and enjoy everybody who believe to work with us, to also work together with everybody. That there's no more acrimony, there's nothing to say we're disagreeing. We have all agreed on everything. So thank God. For me, it's a day we have to thank Almighty God.
For me, it's very important that this day has come to be. What we need for the progress of Rivers State is peace. And by the special grace of God this night, with the help of Mr. President and the agreement of the leaders of the state, the leader, peace has returned in Rivers State. We'll do everything within our power to make sure that we sustain it this time around. Thank you.
That's the video of the peace meeting that was brokered by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu between Similaye Fubara, the suspended governor of Rivers State, and his former boss, the FCT minister Nyesom Wike. The meeting happened in Abuja on June 26, 2025, with Tinubu smiling for the cameras alongside Fubara, Wike, and Martin Amehule, the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Everyone is calling it a peace deal to end the crisis that led Tinubu to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State, suspending the governor and all elected officials. But let's not get carried away by the handshake and nice words. This deal isn't about fixing things for the people of Rivers State. It's about helping Tinubu, Wike, and Fubara secure their own political futures while using Rivers State as a tool for Tinubu's re-election in 2027. To understand this so-called peace, we need to go back to how this mess began. Rivers State is one of Nigeria's richest states because of its oil, and whoever controls it has a lot of money and power. When Wike was governor, he ran the show. He called the shots and reigned supreme in Rivers State. Just like it is being said, absolute power corrupts absolutely. When his time was up in 2023, he picked Fubara to take over, thinking Fubara would let him keep calling the shots. But Fubara had other plans. He wanted to be his own man, not Wike's errand boy. That's when the trouble started. Wike, now a big shot in Abuja as FCT minister, didn't take kindly to Fubara independence. He used his loyalists in the Rivers State House of Assembly, led by Martin Amehule, to make life hard for Fubara. They tried to impeach him, held their own meetings, and caused so much drama that governance in Rivers State ground to a halt. Things got so bad that in March 2025, Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, stepped in, declared a state of emergency, and suspended Fubara, his deputy, and all elected lawmakers. He put a retired naval officer, Vice Amara Ibok Ete Ibas, in charge as sole administrator. Many people, including lawyers and activists, cried foul, saying Tinubu's move was illegal and a way to grab power in Rivers State. Many women in Rivers State staged protests against Bola Ahmed Tinubu's state of emergency in Rivers State. But Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the CEO of Nigeria, does not listen to opinion. He doesn't care about your protests. But one thing stood out. Wike, the man who started the whole fight, wasn't touched. No suspension, no blame, just business as usual. Now, Tinubu has brought everyone to the table for this peace deal. The meeting in Abuja was all smiles, with Fubara and Wike acting like they have buried the hatchet. The deal might mean Fubara gets his job back, the emergency rule will end, and the assembly might start working again. And the admirers of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are applauding this initiative. It sounds nice, right? But don't be fooled. This isn't about peace for Rivers people. It's about making sure Tinubu, Wike and Fubara come out on top. However, recall, in the midst of this crisis, Fubara has said that he will never rule or govern the people of Rivers State with his news on the ground. Now tell me, will Fubara be ruling the people of Rivers State while standing, or he will be ruling on bended knees? Of course, you sure know the answer. Let's talk about Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike caused the whole crisis by trying to control Rivers' money and politics even after leaving the governor's seat. Wike tested power for 8 years in Rivers State as a governor. While as a governor, he called a shot. No one there interferes in his ruling in Rivers State. He tested and saw how sweet and corrupt power was, and he felt like he could continue testing the power in Rivers State even when he was given an appointment as minister in Federal Capital Territory. Wike was testing power in FCT Abuja and also testing power in Rivers State. When his anointed successor revolted, he pushed the assembly to fight him, created chaos, and made life miserable for everyone in the state. Yet Tinubu Peace D doesn't punish him. Instead, Wike walks away with his power intact. Some said he was mad when Tinubu declared the emergency rule without talking to him first, but this deal seems to have calmed him down. Why? Because Tinubu probably promised him something big, like keeping his influence in Rivers or being a key player in APC. Of course, Wike is already a key player in APC. He's going to become a bigger player in APC. Wike is now calling Fubara his son and acting like there is no bad blood. That's not peace. That's a deal to keep Wike happy, so he stays loyal to Tinubu for 2027. Then there is Fubara. He was in a tight spot after the suspension. The assembly, backed by Wike, was ready to kick him out, and the emergency rule left him powerless. This peace deal is his way back to the governor's seat, but it comes with a catch. Rumors are that Fubara might join Tinubu APC to save his job. Even if he doesn't, he now owes Tinubu big time. He's already thanking the president publicly, which shows he's ready to play ball. Fubara might be governor again, but he won't be free. He might be ruling again, but he will definitely be ruling with a bended knees. Fubara has been captured. He has been subjected to the whim and caprices of Nyesom Wike, his former boss, whom he revolted against, whom he vowed to punish for trying to control Rivers State resources from Abuja. Tinubu and Wike will be watching his every move, making sure he does what they want, especially when it comes to Rivers' money and vote. And Tinubu, he's the real mastermind here. By stepping in to fix the crisis, he looks like a hero who can solve big problems. But the truth is, he's using this deal to tighten his grip on Rivers. The state is a gold mine, lots of oil money, and millions of voters. Tinubu needs both to win re-election in 2027. The emergency rule gave him control through his appointed administrator, and now this peace deal lets him keep that control in a smoother way. By getting Wike and Fubara to work together under him, Tinubu makes sure Rivers stays in his pocket. He can decide how the state money is spent and who gets to run things next. It's a perfect setup for his campaign. While Tinubu, Wike and Fubara are high-fiving each other, the people of Rivers State are left out in the cold. This crisis has been a disaster for them. For almost 2 years, the state has been a mess. Schools, hospitals, and roads have been neglected because the government was too busy fighting. The emergency rule made things worse, with an unelected administrator running things and the people vote ignore. Protests broke out, with groups like the Nigerian Labour Congress and the Ijaw youth saying the emergency was a slap in the face to democracy. But did anyone listen? Absolutely no. This peace deal doesn't fix any of that, and it didn't solve the issues that led to this mess in the first place. It means that all status quo are to be maintained. That means Wike will keep having control over the resources and structure in Rivers State. All of this at the expense of the Rivers people. It doesn't talk about how to create jobs for Rivers youth who are struggling to survive. It doesn't address the bad roads or the pollution from oil companies that is killing the environment. All it does is make sure the big men in Abuja and Port Harcourt keep their power. The oil money that should be building schools and hospitals will likely end up funding political campaigns or lining the pockets of loyalists. The ordinary people, market women, fishermen, Small business owners get nothing but more promises and photo ops. What's worse, the deal shows that politicians can cause chaos, suspend democracy, and then walk away with a pat on the back. The people of Rivers voted for Fubara to represent them, but their voices don't matter in this game. Instead, their state is being used as a bargaining chip to keep Tinubu in power. This piece is definitely for Tinubu 2027 campaign, not for Rivers people. They are just pawns. Why is Tinubu so focused on Rivers State? Because it's a key to winning in 2027. Rivers has a lot of voters and a lot of money, and Tinubu needs both to stay president. The crisis between Wike and Fubara was a problem because it could have split the state vote and weakened Tinubu's hold. By declaring the emergency, he took charge and showed everyone who is boss. Now, with this peace deal, he's making sure Wike and Fubara work for him, not against him. If Fubara joins the APC, it's a big win for Tinubu. It means the APC will control Rivers, kicking out the PDP, which has always been strong there. Even if Fubara stays with the PDP, he is now under Tinubu's thumb, so he can't do much to fight back. Wike, who is already with the APC, will make sure his people in the assembly keep Fubara in check. Either way, Tinubu gets to call the shots in Rivers. He can decide who gets what contract, who runs for governor next, and how the state votes are delivered in 2027. Tinubu is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Rivers is his queen. This peace deal might last for now, but it's not built to last forever. Wike and Fubara don't trust each other, and all it takes is one wrong move for the fighting to start again. If that happens, Rivers people will be back in chaos, and the people will suffer even more. But even if the peace holds, it's not good news for the state. The deal keeps power in the hands of a few big men who care more about their own ambitions than the people they are supposed to serve. For the people of Rivers, this is a raw deal. Their state is being used as a tool for Tinubu's re-election, and their needs are being ignored. They deserve leaders who will fight for their schools, cleaner water, and more jobs, not leaders who are busy fighting over who controls the state wealth. For now, though, Rivers is stuck in this political game, with Tinubu holding all the cards. The peace deal might look good on TV, but for the people of Rivers, it's just another reminder that in Nigerian politics, the big men always win and the people always lose. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.